How's it going, everyone? I am inside Disney once again to show you guys everything that's happening around the Disneyland Resort, around Disneyland, California Adventure, everything that's going on around the parks. Here's an epic view of the Sleeping Beauty Castle, those wide angle views. You guys already know, today I'm out here on a Thursday afternoon. It's really warm out here. I really wish I didn't bring myself this crew neck over here because, you know, it's hot. And we don't even have Tiana's Bayou Adventure open, so we need some of those water rides in our lives. So I'm gonna go check out what's going on with Tiana's Bayou Adventure and all of that fun stuff. So without further ado, everybody, let's begin. Alrighty, first stop of the day is gonna be over here in Main Street, USA, over here by the City Hall. So you guys can see that from our last update last week, they did cover up the whole, you know, City Hall building right here, as well as the fire department right here. So they do have that covered up in, what would you call that, like some sort of scrim. You know, they still have the walls in front of it. It looks like they finished, oh wait, no. I was looking at the actual like little, you know, plastic cover up right there for the building. But yeah, that's pretty much all of what there is to see here over in this side of Main Street. There isn't really anything, you know, visibly new, but they do have, other than, you know, the whole cover up right there for the buildings, all that scrim. But yeah, that's what's going on over here. And let's go on that train, because I would like to take a quicker trip to New Orleans Square. So let's go do that. This spot on the train, but I do want to show you guys views of the entrance of Disneyland. Look at that. So that's the main entrance. You have California Adventure all the way in the back. That's Cars Land, you guys can see in the back as well. Stage 17, Guardians of the Galaxy. This is the beautiful Disneyland views. All these spring breakers coming in. I'm actually surprised it's not more busier today, given that many more students I think would be on the spring break this
but unfortunately New Orleans is closed right now due to construction, so you won't be able to exit there.
Alrighty, I've arrived to New Orleans Square, and I lied. I thought I could get off here, but I can't because everything here by the train station is covered up in walls. But we are moving, so I'm going to be getting off at Toontown, and I'm just going to have to walk back for a small bit. But I wanted to show you guys. We have the concept art on the walls around the square station, and they do have the courtyard between here and the Haunted Mansion.
To ensure a safe ride,
you can't see much, but what I can do is zoom in on the Haunted Mansion. Hopefully give you guys a decent shot if my camera could even focus on that. I think it's focusing on the canopy. Never mind. There we go.
Passing over is chock full
Some critter country up here for you guys.
You can
zoom in on Splash Mountain. Hopefully I can catch something as I am moving.
Fun-filled adventure.
Yeah, there's some views right there. I think maybe from here on out I could do updates like this. That was cool.
There is the revered Indian shaman.
Tiana's Bayou Adventure from far.
River Valley below.
You can see that sparkling water. My goodness, I need to come here during the day more. For that. That is awesome.
Wonderland in a matter of days.
And then
the months it used to take by
you got the river in the back. My goodness, this is beautiful. I just got off the train here at Mickey's Toontown Depot, and I wanted to show you guys the Fantasyland Theater because there is something happening here within the next month. So for Pixar Fest, which begins here at Disneyland April 26th, they're gonna transform this area into the Pixar Playtime Party. I believe that's what it's called. I can't remember exactly, but that's it. That's what they're gonna do here. So pretty much what that is essentially, you know, where that stage is, you know, more down the middle, you know, behind these walls. If I zoom in, you guys can see the stage behind the tree. It's going to be over there. More down there, you can be able to dance with all your favorite Pixar characters. There's going to be special photo ops. There's going to be, you know, character meet and greets. You know, you can dance with them and all of that fun stuff. And I believe what's the main attraction here, or like the main thing of this is, like, since it's a dance party, I'm pretty sure there's going to be like a live DJ that's kind of like mixing all of your favorite Pixar tunes or giving those songs, you know, remixes of some kind. So that's going to be exciting. You know, I'm pretty sure it's going to be something like what they do over at the Tomorrowland Terrace, I believe that's what it's called, or no, the Tomorrowland, the Galactic Grill, that's what I'm trying to talk about. But yeah, that's why these walls are covered. They're getting set up for that. They already have a couple of screens set up on the stage over there. I can't see from here because all I can see is walls, but I was able to see some things from the train. So that's what's happening, and it's cool stuff. Hard to see anything inside the theater, but that's pretty much what it's just looking like right now. Just a bunch of screen setups, and yeah, we really can't see anything else from here. There leaves the Disneyland train. There's the Lily Bell caboose right there. I've never been in one of those before. I've never taken a ride on the Lily Bell before. I would like to go on there one day. One day, hopefully someday, but I think you need some sort of VIP admission. Yeah, couldn't be me. With the Fantasyland Theater being closed, I'm actually surprised they kept the Troubadour Tavern open, so you guys can see that it's still up and running over here, even though there's no shows happening over here. And you know, this is great because this is actually a really good spot to get some baked potatoes if you guys are into that. You know, they do sell some, which is they're great. They're tasty. They're topped with sour cream, cheese, bacon bits. The best part, obviously, you get cheese on there, chives. It's delicious. I wanted to show you guys the Small World views over here. This looks great. If anything makes you feel like you're at Disneyland, it's definitely these views of Small World. You know, seeing the water, seeing the boats, hearing the music, seeing all of the turning little flower thingamajigs on the top of the facade over there. I mean, take a look at that. I mean, it's just, there's nothing like it. And it's only here at Disneyland that you can get something like this. So this is really Disney magic at its work right here. It's beautiful, it's awesome, and it's just visually pleasing. Nice. Alrighty, so I'm here in Mickey's Toontown and I can see that they're doing some sort of refurbishment outside of Donald Duck's boat. I'm not exactly sure what this is supposed to be behind these walls. I haven't been in Toontown in such a long time, call me crazy. But if I do remember, you know, you were able to go inside Donald Duck's boat years ago and even go all the way in the top where I'm zooming up at right now. So, you know, that was a cool experience. I do remember that from back in the day. But in terms of what's over here, though, behind these walls, I can't remember for sure, though. I think it might just be like a little splash area or something like that by Donald Duck's boat. It could be mistaken, but there was something like that around here, if I remember correctly. Call me crazy. Taking a look at this water fountain right here, you got to admire all of the water features that are on it, too. Kind of just makes you want to jump in right now because, can't lie to you guys, it may be springtime here at Disneyland, but you know, one thing's for sure is that it's really, really hot right now. And by the way, I think they managed to get those fountains by Mickey's feet running again. I don't remember them always being on. I was actually watching a video, one of mine earlier, where I managed to get a good close-up of that fountain right there with you know, those swirly water fountain machines right there running by Mickey's shoes. And I was walking by right now, and I'm like, wait, did they take that out? But no, they're still up and running, so that's a relief. We got my boy Cheshire Cat over here by Alice in Wonderland, and he looks like he needs a paint job. He's looking rather faded compared to the other things around him. I'm not sure if you guys saw in my last update that I was mentioning that these cherry blossoms are blooming by the hub, and I can already see from this side of the park that they in fact are. So that tree is pretty much ready to go while the other ones are still blooming. Let me go give you guys a closer look. This is what I wanted to showcase earlier. The blossoms are blooming. Spring has sprung here at Disneyland. This tree is ready to go for all of your springtime pictures, videos, and all that fun stuff right here in front of the partner statue. There you go. That looks great. And you know, like I said, it's only a matter of time until the other trees surrounding the area are ready as well. So here we go. Here's the Sleeping Beauty Castle. You do have the flowers right above me. And of course, you know, there's the other trees that are starting to bloom as well. So there's this one right here. Let me give you guys a look at that. It's not completely ready, but some flowers are starting to appear. Let me zoom out carefully. Let's go look at that tree. You know, same thing. You know, just flowers are starting to come out on that tree. Nothing too major yet. And then this one doesn't have anything at all. But, you know, that usually they don't grow out at the same time. Usually the flowers, you know, each tree does go at its own pace. But yeah, this is how springtime is looking here at Disneyland so far. And actually, I forgot, it's actually springtime already. I forgot springtime started yesterday, March 20th. So that's a really, really nice treat. And we do have the castle right there. Let me stop shaking the camera so much. There you go. Beautiful. It was a really cool encounter by the Disneyland band. I was not expecting that. Normally I don't see them play here in the park because I'm never here during the day, so that was an awesome treat. I'm telling you, that's Disney magic at its finest. But I wanted to show you guys the Astro Orbiter because I think I might have messed up on its opening date. It's actually going to be opening next Friday, March 29th, according to the app. I could have sworn it was going to open this Friday, though, the 22nd. I remember seeing that last week on the app. So, you know, things are subject to change sometimes without notice. I'm pretty sure Disney's just working hard at, trying to finalize all of the perfect touches to the Astro Orbiter before it reopens. But yeah, just wanted to give you guys the update that it's still closed. There isn't anything visibly new as of this week of March. I'm not even sure. Today's the 21st. And look, we got Belle right there in front of the Astro Orbiter. Look at that. I'm telling you guys, that's Disney magic right there for you guys. You already know. That's awesome. She was out with the Disneyland band earlier, so that was a cool treat. And look at that. She's going to Tomorrowland. Oh wait, never mind. She's going to the backstage area. Oh well. Anyway, that was cool to see. So anyway, yeah, Astro Orbiter is looking just about the same. Nothing new to report. If I zoom in, you can just see the skeleton of the structure. You know the actual structure of the ride without its facade. So some of it. So I don't know if they already have the rockets installed, but I could hear some sort of machinery behind those walls. I'm pretty sure that's just the ride system being tested or something like that. I'm not even sure. There's just maintenance going on, and the point is the ride isn't open, and it looks like it won't be open until the earliest March 29th, according to the app as of this recording. So just remember that is subject to change. And here we go. Let's start setting foot inside Adventureland. Here we go. That was a cool shot. Look at that. Alrighty, this little space right here by the Adventureland men's restroom is still under refurbishment. I do remember there being, some waterfalls behind those walls right behind me. So they haven't uncovered those yet. I wonder if they're going to keep the waterfalls or if they're going to remove them. I feel like the most likely scenario is that they'll remove them. Hopefully not, because that was a really cool feature of, those restrooms, waiting by them, hearing the waterfall sounds and, just feeling a couple of splashes of water. You need that in the heat right now, especially because, summertime's coming, so we could all use a little bit more water in our lives. But yeah, that's what's going on over there. Let's go check out Northern Square and all that cool stuff. I don't think I pointed out this sign right here in my last update, but this is really cool. Their choice of words, because it says bear right to critter country, because bear, critter, a bear is a critter, you know what I mean? So grammatically, thematically too, that makes sense. And then it says we're almost there, referencing that song Almost There by Tiana. And New Orleans Square is, believe it or not, actually kind of being taken over by Tiana bit by bit, with the Tiana's Bayou Adventure, Tiana's Palace, and all the Princess and the Frog references. She's slowly taking over, guys. She's slowly taking over. Hopefully, she doesn't take over the Haunted Mansion. And hopefully that doesn't give them Imagineering ideas. Please don't touch the Haunted Mansion, Disney. Please don't. Here we are in the rivers of America. You guys can see some canoers passing by. Take a look at that. That looks really cool, but also very tiring too. Pushing yourself through the water and all of that fun stuff. But just look at the little ripples of water that you get right there once the canoe passes by. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, if I zoom in, at least try to, you guys can see all of that, the beautiful work right there. Hopefully my camera focuses. There we go. Yeah, just look at all of the water movement right there. Very, very watery, if you ask me. Sorry, that was horrible. But anyway, let me show you guys Tom Sawyer's Island. You guys can see that this is a new development from last week, because last week, none of this tarp or, those iron little fences over there were there. So let me go ahead and zoom in for you guys so you guys can see. So you guys can see that there's some new tarp around the perimeter of Tom Sawyer's Island right there. Those previous, those wooden little bunches that I mentioned from last week, which is going to be those two over there. If you guys can see, those, are starting to be covered up by this tarp right here. Like I said, I'm not sure what this is all about. This could be in preparation for Fantasmic's return in May. Not sure exactly. We do have a pirate flag over there. I'm pretty sure that's just there for good old theme's sake right there. So that's cool. If I pan the camera to the left, more tarp, more fences, just more refurbishment, more, not necessarily construction. There's just more refurbishment going on this side. I'm not sure exactly what it's for. I can't even tell by looking at it. I mean, it might be something for like Fantasmic's fountains, but I'm not sure. Now, if I look at, the sailing ship Columbia, you guys can see that is being stowed away. The sailing ship Columbia is under refurbishment as of right now. At the moment, we don't know when that's going to be opening, but hopefully it does open up soon, for summertime here at Disneyland. And also so that way there's more, ride options right here for the Rivers of America. Because as of right now, we only have the Mark Twain Riverboat, which is actually parked all the way over there. It's going to make its way around the island once again. So that's really cool. And by the way, the Mark Twain Riverboat, if you haven't ridden it already, you guys need to take a ride on it. It's really relaxing, really therapeutic. If you need a break from the crowds at Disneyland, that boat is going to be your answer to world peace. It's really fantastic and it's incredible. It's awesome. Do give it a ride. Ride it in the morning, ride it in the afternoon, evening, sunset, night. Doesn't matter. It's perfect. But I actually will admit, sunset is the best time to ride it, though. It's something else, and it does something to your soul. Trust me. Orleans Square is looking just about the same as from the last time I was here. You know, the walls are still pushed out over here on this side of the little walkway. If I zoom in, hopefully you guys can understand and see better a little bit. And then we do have the abandoned haunted mansion right there. Still getting used to it without the Nightmare Before Christmas decorations. And once again, we still don't know when exactly that will be opening, but we do know it's going to be opening with a new extended queue and some new elevator access for guests with disabilities. So that's neat. And then, yeah, I don't think there's anything going on internally, you know, inside of the ride itself. But hopefully, you know, hopefully we'll get some new effects in there. That would be awesome. But as of right now, it's just the exterior of the ride being worked on, as well as the esplanade between the Haunted Mansion and the Tiana's Palace restaurant, which is actually right here. I still haven't tried it. If it's good, let me know, guys. I really haven't tried anything yet. Give me some recommendations. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys this update over here in Orleans Square. Nothing new and nothing different to see. It's the same thing. Here I am closer to the sailing ship Columbia, which is stationed near the Pelican's Landing. This is just a little dining area for the Harbor Gallery. I've been mispronouncing its name all this time. I used to call it the Harbor Gallery, but it's actually called the Harbor Gallery. Let me give you guys a look at the sign. I actually wanted to give you guys a look at the Haunted Mansion before looking at Tiana's Bayou Adventure. I wasn't here this early, so you weren't able to see as much of the Haunted Mansion facade, you know, with the sunset and everything. But here I am. Brighter out. Let's take a look. I mean, you know, like I said, it's just the traditional Haunted Mansion that we're used to, but of course, you know, it's just missing a lot of its trees that used to be in the front of it. That's why we're getting such a good view of it right now, you know, without anything in its way. And, you know, looks like they took out the surrounding fence that was around the perimeter of the Haunted Mansion queue. And as of, you know, in terms of what's being done to the mansion itself, doesn't look like there really is anything to cover. Now, I'm actually looking at the mansion right there. If you guys are looking at the very center of your screen, you guys can see that there's some sort of, it looks like there's like hooks on the walls of the mansion. I thought that was just signs of wear and tear the last time I was here, but it's not. I guess that's there for, I'm not sure exactly what, but it might just be for the Nightmare Before Christmas decorations, not sure what. That's cool. I'm pretty sure it's there for something, but it's not wear and tear. And yeah, that's it for the Haunted Mansion. If we look to the side, you can see more of the windows that are always hidden, that were always hidden by some trees that used to be next to the mansion right there. And that's where the former pet cemetery used to be. I'm not sure if it's still there after all the construction, after, you know, all these years, but yeah, you can see more of the mansion there. And that really is it. There we go. Here we go, the Harbor Gallery. I always thought it was gallery, but I was wrong. But yeah, there you go. And it looks like there isn't too much of a line for the cookies this time around, because this is where they sell those really, you know, viral chocolate chip cookies that went viral on TikTok and Instagram and social media. But here we are in front of Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Let's take a look, shall we? I'm actually still next to the Harbor Gallery, but I'm trying to give you guys this left side angle of the ride, so you guys can see that there's actually more foliage taking over right there. You guys can see that there's some plants in the middle of your screen. They're just starting to sprout out of the mountain, not literally, but you guys know what I mean. And it looks like there's just they're just still working on that little, you know, the exterior of that little wooden shed, that the second lift hill of the ride right there. They're just finishing some roofing work right there, trying to blend it in with the mountain facade. You guys can see in the middle of your screen that there's like a little gap between the mountain work and the shed right there. It's like cracked open. I'm pretty sure they're gonna somehow cover that very soon. More steel work on the side of the shed right there. Maybe they're adding something new, you know, inside of the actual building. I'm not sure exactly what. Maybe they're making it bigger. More trees. And just a bunch of like wooden platforms. A lot of those wooden, or not wooden, the metal little fences around the wooden platforms to keep the Imagineers and construction workers, you know, stably, you know, stable, is that even a word? You know, act like stable on those platforms. You know, it gives them something to hold on to as they walk. But yeah, it's just hardcore under construction right now. We do have the Tiana's Foods water tower. I'll be giving you guys a closer look, you know, more towards the center of the mountain. But this is what I could see from here. If I brighten it up, I wonder if you guys could see a little more. Just a tad bit. You can see a little more of the mountain, more of the green coming in. But other than that, it's just about the same as last week, I think. Could be wrong. It looks a little more developed though, I'll tell you that. Alrighty, here's the center view of Tiana's Bayou Adventure. If I zoom in, you can see that there's actually flowers coming in. I didn't see that from the other side of the mountain. So you guys can see that there's flowers coming in at the top. There's more foliage installed. Look at that. That is awesome. That is cool. That's how you know it's taking over. I'm telling you guys. Then we can see more foliage right there on that side in the center of your screen. There's more greenery right there. If I brighten up the you know, the video, maybe you guys can see a little more of the green. It might not be the best view around the outside of the mountain, but hopefully you guys can see more of the darker spots. Now let me reduce the brightness a little bit. There we go. You got the Tiana's Foods Tower there. And then looks like they actually covered up where the plants used to be on top of the mountain right there next to the drop. It's just concrete right there now in the middle of your screen. I wonder if they're gonna add just more flowers there, something like that. And yeah, there's just hardcore construction going around it. There's more plants installed. So that's new, you know, just more plants, more greenery, more flowers. It's all coming together bit by bit. And I don't think we're too far out from when we'll start to see the Bayou trees be placed in front of the whole exterior of the ride right there. Now let me turn the camera over and show you guys this side of the ride right here. This is the finale of it. So you guys can see that it looks, honestly looks just about the same as from last week. You can see, you know, just that construction equipment on the sides, those metal pipes right there. The water track right there, it's covered by wooden pallets. If I brighten up the video, you guys can see that a little better. And then there's still holes carved into the rock work right there. Not sure what that's all about. It might just be because they might just be putting some sort of machinery behind those walls, or they might be adding something on the outside of it that needs to be inserted inside of the rock work as well. I'm not sure. They have the reasons for doing these things. You know, Disney does what it's doing for a reason. And then, you know, if I look over here, down at the bottom, let me lower the brightness so you guys can see. It's just more rock work right there. Pieces of smashed rock. And yeah, nothing much to see other than that. And let's see, did I zoom in over there already? I don't think so. Yeah, I did actually. But yeah, this is what's going on over here, Tiana's Bayou Adventure. I wonder if these rocks, you know, these holes, I mentioned it in my last update, but I wonder if these holes are there to add in maybe like some sort of like speaker, some sort of projection system, or maybe some sort of, you know, lighting setup. I'm not sure, because I know that's what Disney does. You know, the riders, they're coming this way. They're coming like this way, you know, if I show you guys my hand, they're coming this way, right? They're coming this way. So obviously they can't see what's behind them. So maybe there's lights that need to point this way as well. And that's why these rocks are carved out like towards this way too, you know, so that way there's an opening for the lights that could be placed in there. But that's just speculation though. I'm not an Imagineer, guys. I wouldn't know. Go ahead and walk into this little walkway right here that's in front of Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Actually, can I see anything new from here? I don't think so. It's just a little, you know, wider look of the ride. Let me get that little lamppost out of the way. There we go. That's a great shot of the ride right there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. So there's a more broader shot of the ride. If I brighten up the shot, maybe you guys can see more of like the darker areas right there. Give you guys an idea of how much more green Splash Mountain is becoming as Tiana slowly takes over. Because Brer Rabbit was evicted from his ride. So let's see. If I, let me see. Let's keep showing you guys this over here. Let me fix the focus settings. Here we go. So you guys can see. If I zoom in, not much to tell. Just more of the ride's track right there that's just looking abandoned. But it will be up and running very soon. Nothing much to see though. Over here to the front of the Hungry Bear to give you guys another look at the Tiana's Bayou Adventure on this side. But I also wanted to talk about the reimagining of the Briar Patch that's right here, this shop, little shop right here. It's still called the Briar Patch on the Disneyland app, but very soon it's going to be called Raised Barrettes. Walt Disney Imagineering already released concept art for this little store right here, as well as another store that's going to be down that way. That one's going to be called Lewis's Critter Club. So that's interesting. They're just reimagining of, you know, these little gift shops that are in Critter Country that are already existing here. They're just it's just a name change over here. But you know, Boo's Corner will remain, half of it. Just a little disclaimer before I say anything. So anyway, let me go ahead and start to zoom in on Tiana's Bayou Adventure to show you guys something, you know, just all the activity that's happening over here. So you guys can see the Tiana's Foods water tower there, the bridge right there, and more of the greenery, more of the flowers that are up there. I still can't believe that that's there already. Like, it's just hard to believe, like, Splash Mountain used to be here. I mean, it's still here, but it's just looking different already. So that's crazy. And then we have more greenery right here, per usual. If we turn over this way, you guys can see that there's some sort of bird. Or is that a squirrel? I can't tell. I think it's like a little squirrel sort of metal piece right there. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like a little wind thingamajig that the Haunted Mansion has on top right there. What I can't remember what those are called. The little wind, they're not windmills. I'm not sure what they're called. But let me do the whole brightening up thing over here. Let me just brighten up the screen for you guys so you guys can see the darker parts of the Splash Mountain right there. And there we go. So you guys can easily see more of the greenery, hopefully more of the little hard to see spots because of all the construction. You guys can especially see right here that there's more foliage taking over Splash Mountain. It's definitely more green. I can't tell if it's just some plastic that they put over the rockwork or if it's just, you know, spray painted green, you know, for, you know, remodeling purposes, reimagining stuff and all that. And let's see if I look over this way. Turn the brightness down. I don't think there really isn't much other than more tarp that way. I'll be over there in just a minute, but I wanted to show you guys everything from this angle. That photo op with Lewis is still there. And yeah, so like I said, Tiana's Bayou Adventure is slowly coming along. It's coming along nicely, slowly but surely. A little more towards the middle of the walkway here, but I wanted to brighten the screen up for you guys. There's another patch of greenery taking over this side of the former Splash Mountain. There we go. Guys, Tiana's Bayou Adventure from the Hungry Bear, but before I do, here's some Disney magic for you guys. There's the EP Ripley passing by. Walt Disney's trains, specially designed for Disneyland. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. You know, I love walking here in Critter Country and seeing the Disneyland Railroad pass by. You know, there's nothing like it. You know, like I said, it's always gonna, you know, it's just always nice to see the train passing by wherever you are in the park, but it's always particularly nice when you're walking inside of the park, you know, entering Disneyland and seeing the train pass, you know, pass by, stopping by Main Street USA. That's how you know it's gonna be a good day at Disneyland. So anyway, let's look at the ride. Let's look at Tiana's Bayou Adventure from here. What can we see? So I was down there previously, so now I'm up here, and I mean, you could see it just a little more. I could see a little more of the flower work that's on top of the mountain right there. I am going to, let's see if the camera picks it up. It's a little blurry, I think. Hold on, yeah, there we go. So you guys can see the flower work up there, and there's some scrim covering up all of that right there. I'm not sure why that's there. It's just kind of, it's covering stuff up, but not necessarily. So it might have just, they rolled that up for some reason. They have their reasoning. I'm not experienced in that department, so you know, I'm not sure. I'm just here to speculate. And let me brighten up the view for you guys so you guys can definitely see there's more greenery taking over this rock work over here. I actually walked by, you know, as I walked by I realized that they didn't just spray paint it. No, there's actually little, it looks like little, what would you even call them, like little clovers on the rock work. So it's actually little plants, like actual foliage. I don't know if it's actual foliage or just plastic, but it looks good. It's not just a paint job, it's actual some sort of material that's on top of the rock work right there to make it green. So that looks good. I like that. Looks very green. Man, seeing Splash Mountain green is going to take time to get used to for sure. And you guys can see more of that green work right there, more of the foliage taking over. How many times have I said foliage so far today? I really wonder. And if I pan the camera over this way, that's the view you get. So I think that's all the way we can see from here. There's the train tracks. I have my camera zoomed all the way in, so I'm not trying to move the camera too drastically right now. I want to give you guys a better look at everything, keeping everything steady. You guys can see that there's actual plants hanging off the rocks right there. So that's cool. Now let me zoom out. There we go. And let's look over here. Let's look over here on this side. So if I zoom in, you guys can see more of the construction taking place right there on the side of the ride. Just, it looks like they just need to add some foliage to that gray area. Then there's one worker outside the ride. I don't know what he's doing, but he's there doing something. I think he just, you know, he just left. He's behind all of that fun stuff right there. Behind that, all of that construction stuff. He's in a hiding, let's just say. So yeah, you guys can see that you do have the construction lights over there. Yeah, just a lot of construction shenanigans happening over here. So it's nothing too insane, but you know. Oh yeah, and they do have some plastic covering the rock right there. I'm pretty sure it's just to collect dust or something like that, maybe. And they have some wiring right there. I'm pretty sure that's just for the construction equipment. Yeah, there you go. That's all I can see from here. Interesting development happening over here at Tiana's Bayou Adventure. So as of March 21st, we do have flowers materializing or sprouting or blooming, whatever you will call it, blooming on top of the mountain right there. So that's cool. Interesting stuff. Look at the greenery here in Tiana's Bayou Adventure. It's taking over slowly but surely. And then if I walk to this side, like I said, it's just more and more scrim that covers the facade, the entrance of the ride, which will be over here. Wait, this was uncovered last week, and I wonder what's going on. Interesting. It looks like Disney covered up the whole entrance of the ride right here with all of that brown scrim right there. So there's got to be something going on behind the scenes over there. We were able to take a look inside last week, but not this week. So, you know, looks like they're starting to do some more hardcore work over here. You can't even see that way either. I'll walk more on that side to give you guys a better peek. And that side of Splash Mountain doesn't look like it's been touched. Let me just give you guys a closer look. Another look at all the work happening over here at Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Normally over here, this would be like the exit of Splash Mountain, but all of that is covered with walls, so we can't really see much. Our view of all the construction is just very, very limited right now. So I think it's gonna be like this for a little while too in the coming months, especially with Critter Country temporarily closing soon. I'll go over that in a minute. I just wanted to show you guys all of the work happening behind this tree, you know, with all that metal work. It all looks the same. That's where I was speculating we might go into like that might just be some sort of salt mine entrance. You know, that might be like some sort of new scene. And then if I zoom into the facade here, let me brighten up the screen for you guys so you guys can see. It doesn't look like they're gonna be touching this side of Splash Mountain at all. It all looks the same. Nothing's been touched here. It all looks the same. So there's still some fragments of Splash Mountain left. Not a lot, but there's still some. There we go, now we can see Pooh's Corner. So just this half is gonna be changed right here, just the left half of the store. It's gonna be transformed into Lewis's Critter Club. So it's just, I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be like a little Princess and the Frog gift shop right here, as well as Ray's Barrettes. I'm honestly thinking that Ray's Barrettes is gonna be the same thing of what's already there right now, being the Briar Patch. You know, it's gonna be the same merchandise, I feel. So that's something to look forward to, I guess. And I really like that the Ray's Barrette sign looks exactly like the Briar Patch sign that used to be in its place. So that's cool. They're keeping the font the same. They're keeping the entrance the same. And yeah, that's cool. And I really wonder how the sign facade, the sign is going to look for the entrance of this ride as well, because we already know what the Tiana's Bayou Adventure logo looks like. It looks very royal-like. So I'm curious to see how all of that materializes in person. Alrighty, I'm gonna start walking over to California Adventure because there is one update that I wanted to touch base on real quick. Alright, I'm here and I wanted to point out that they were testing those new entrance gates over by, you know, the entrance to California Adventure. They were testing them yesterday, but they're not testing them today. So I couldn't get a clip of, you know, that being in use. But just letting you guys know what's up. Guys, this is me from the future about 8 hours later. So I wanted to give you guys a closer look at these new entrance gates so you guys can see that the gates are transparent. They have the California Adventure logo on them. That looks clean. That looks super clean. And you have the scanners right there. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. I know they scan the magic bands, but I don't know how it's gonna work if you want to scan your magic key or your ticket through your phone. And there's another set of gates right there. Super cool. They look clean though. They look clean. Wow. And then if I move over on this side, you can see that they have the original classic OG turnstiles right there. Look at that. Only here at California Adventure. No, they actually have them at Disneyland still, but you know, just saying that for the vibes. To remind you guys that the Grizzly River Run is open here at California Adventure once again after its closure that it usually has at the start of the year. So here you go. If you're in need of a quick cool down, this is the place to be, especially right now because, you know, it's getting hot. You know, we're getting closer to summer, everybody, so we could use rides like this for sure, especially with Tiana's Bayou Adventure not open yet, and Pirates of the Caribbean is the only ride in Disneyland that is even a water ride that you even have a slight chance of getting wet. It's not all that great over there, but over here for sure, you do have a chance at being soaked. Take a look at that. Incredible, incredible. Over here at the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail, they do have the perimeter of it surrounded by walls, so you guys can see that there's, you know, scrim all over on that side. If I could even get the camera to focus on all that. There we go. And all that scrim is right there. And then right in here at the entrance, it is covered by a wooden wall, if you guys can see that. And there's two signs on the wall. Each of them do say, pardon our dust, or pardon our detoured path while we forge the way for the next adventure here at Disney California Adventure. So all of that is covered up, and then there's more scrim on that side as well as on that side as well. So we don't know exactly what it is that they're doing over here at the Redwood Creek Challenge Show. I'm pretty sure it's just regular maintenance that they need to do on all of the playing equipment that they, you know, use over here, you know, to climb on and all of that fun stuff, you know, for the kids and whatnot. So I'm pretty sure that's what it is, but nothing's been confirmed. But I don't think this is going to be anything major, but you know, still interesting to see nonetheless. Guys, I think this is new. This short cart wasn't here recently. It used to be just a regular churro cart in the past. Now they made it into a whole little trailer type of deal. Looks great for the theming. I love it. In front of Ariel's Undersea Adventure, I can see that they added these walls right here. I don't remember seeing these walls here last week, but they do take up this little portion of, you know, this side of the building right here for you guys. So I'm not sure exactly what they're doing. I'm pretty sure it's just regular maintenance on, I'm not even sure, what could it be, plants, you know, trees, maybe some tree work, agricultural work or something like that. I don't know, but that's there. And as I'm walking over here, I wanted to point the camera this way. You guys can see that they are testing the World of Color fountains. I'm not sure what that's all about. That was cool to see though, you know, the fountains running in the day, given that they run at night. And actually, as I'm walking too, I can see that they added some umbrellas right here for the Food and Wine Festival tables. So you guys can see that there's a blue one here. There's a bunch of them in different colors. I wish they had these when I was doing my video last week, but take a look at that. So if you guys are looking to have some munchies right here in front of the Pixar Pier or in the Paradise Gardens Park, you're more than welcome to, especially with these umbrellas right here. Really neat. I do like that. That is super convenient. And then I'm actually looking right here. I'm gonna zoom in really quick. These little light fixtures, I don't remember seeing these here before. So I think this is going to be for the bands that they have here for the Food and Wine Festival. There's actually a band playing there right now. And then there's another light fixture right there. So I'm pretty sure that's just there to give the bands more of a better look, you know, when they're, you know, playing here during the day, or during the night, excuse me. So that looks cool. And I'm actually trying to look beyond the band over there, and you can see that they are running the fountains right now still. So I think the fountains are moving in sync with the beat of the and rhythm of the music that, you know, the band is playing. So that's actually a really neat touch. I do like how Disney, you know, really add scenery to the music, you know, if that's what they're doing. That's really cool, you know, adding the water features in the background to give the band some more ocean in that ocean, because we're at Pixar Pier. Yeah, that was horrible. I'm sorry. There's also these new Donald Duck Easter themed sippers right here for your yearly seasonal convenience. This is really cool actually, because I know they have different ones of Donald Duck. They have him in a candy corn, and they also had him in a Christmas tree that was sold this past holiday season, and now they have him in an Easter basket. I wonder what they'll do for the summer. That's cool. Me, or does Astro Orbiter look better now?
Remember, no matter who you are or where you're from, you have the power to make a difference. Make your wave.
Alrighty, and I'm back here in front of the Sleeping Beauty Castle. And with that said, everybody, that's going to do it for today's update here from Disneyland. Just wanted to say thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys enjoyed, do be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content from the parks. You can also check out my Instagram and TikTok, which can be found at Inside Disney Official. With that said, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourselves and have yourselves a great one. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.